So hello everyone, it's Lindenherz. Yeah, I hope you spent wonderful Christmas days and survived them well, or even more enjoyed them. Yeah, we also had a fabulous Christmas time. Maybe you'll know this, maybe not. Here in Germany, we're having two Christmas days, so the 25th and the 26th of December. As Christmas, yeah, days. And on the 26th, we visited the brother of my boyfriend, of Henrik, and spent time with his family then. And was also a good day with deep conversations and so. And yeah, it was really a nice time, the whole of Christmas this time. And we also had some time of relaxing and just watching documentaries and something like that on the 25th. So quite fine time. Yeah, and what you see here is still my setup for the Year in Ahead spread by Patrick from in the 78 cards. And I slowly started to build everything up you can see here, and I will do shortly I will do the shuffling and lay out the cards. But I wanted to share with you, for those who aren't on Instagram, to show with you this setup and share with you a bit of the details of the stones and the decks and so on and so forth. So as you can see here, I also choose the kind of an elemental setup, but a bit different. For those of you who don't know the setup, the spread in general, I will put the picture in now. So you can see the setup is a bit different. A lot of people, as I guess it was Qualifying, and it was also Kelly from the Truth and Story, put in the elemental representations on the edges here, and I put them in this kind of shape, and a bit also in a different kind of form, because normally, because I'm studying the four elements, and these studies came from a bit of a Wiccan tradition, and a bit of it's coming from a Wiccan tradition. I'm more used to the elements in a slightly different order than I organized it here. Normally, I would put in Earth on top for north, and also for winter, and here air for spring, for the east, for beginning, for fresh starts, fire for south, and water for west. I changed here a bit to represent more the spirit of my land I'm living in. So I'm referring to air more of a north thing. I can say the all the cold weather it's coming from the north, and so I'm relating air to winter in my land. Nowadays I also relate to it in the more traditional way, but it's more of a kind of an spiritual relation. When it comes to referring it to my land, I'm referring to it like you see here. Only these kind of two things are changed here. So I'm referring Earth to East. So because in the East is a lot of land, you can say, the whole of Russia and Asia and so on and so forth. And water is in the West, as well as it's in the original setup, in the witchy setup, you could say, for the Atlantic Ocean. And yeah, okay, the South is for warmth, for all the continents which are lying in the north, so in the south, so it's quite obvious. So I put it in everything like this here, like I said, set up like how I feel about the elements in relation to my land. And you can see all the decks I'm having here. It's the Wild Unknown. To the Wild Unknown. I know there is no video up yet because this deck was quite an... It was an interesting, thing to get my hands on. Let's just put it like this shortly. I will do a video about that because it was a very miracle and magical way this deck came to me. And there was a lot of emotions, so stay tuned for this special kind of episode, something which I want to call the Wild Hunt for the Wild Unknown. So watch out for that video. Yeah, so I took it for the first quarter of the year. And as you can see, also I added here the gorgeous oracle beads from Kelly. And these you can see here are just the representations of the element as well as the candles also. But these I will remove because these are just placeholders for another deck, which is in there in the distance behind the air candle. You can see it. And this is Kamini Vruja, the Gemstone Oracle set card set or deck I got from Bard. So I will draw elemental cards for each of the points here as some kind of an transitional energy between the seasons, so to speak. Yeah, and these here I will keep here. These are the innate energies I consciously want to draw in. These beads I don't or didn't chose randomly. I just picked them consciously, like I said, and this is something, because I know the first 3 months I will dedicate to shadow work. I will participate in Kelly Ann Maddox's 29 Shadows, which is upcoming in February, which is a program she's offering on her website and in her shop. So I will participate in that, and I quite waited for something like that for a while, yeah. And so I thought the moon, the Mondsichel, how we call it, the fading moon, or maybe also the waning and waxing. I really never, still have to learn which is which. But it's kind of a shadow work representation, bringing light into shadow. And I thought this moonlight kind of stone thing is quite fitting for that. Yeah, and here for this kind of the season, which is then the season which comes close to Beltane, I want to put in this here because I like this so much. This loving stone, this loving, passionate energy I want to draw in for this season. And here we come into the season where I really want to get more in balance. Normally, the summer season tends to get quite turbulent, but I want to keep an eye on, on my kind of rhythms, my inner rhythms. So I don't, I don't too much things at once. Normally, I'm in the summer season. I tend to do like something like this, and this is the reason why I'm mostly nearly burn out at the end of the year. This year is quite different, though. It's really totally different. Never experienced a December like this before, with so much energy inside of me. Normally, I'm lacking of it quite, quite a lot. I'm normally am in a down, I'm not feeling well. Let's just make it short. In December, mostly exhausted and trying to regain some strength and trying to withdraw from a lot of public events or something like that. But this time it was totally different, and I guess it has to do with the Vlogmas challenge, so to speak. I was participating in, which was a great, great experience. It taught me a lot. It taught me really a lot, and it was so great to get in contact with you all and started to learn from each other, which is something which I'm really deeply grateful for and which I want to continue in the next year, and thrive from this abundance. Yeah, and this peaceful little bird here, I want to put in for the season when it's getting more quiet, when we get all more like internal, when we want to focus on internal things, and this is a good representation of that. So a bit more here about my crystals. Here in the bottom, which you can't see at the moment, is my gorgeous labradorite I got from Henrik last year. And here you can see, I try to focus it. Yeah, now you can see this gorgeous color. I really so love this stone. It's a good quality stone. Look at that. This is so amazing. It's also a good representation of my Season of the Seeker studies, the Greystone path. I guess Rainfire Dreaming, so Ruth also had a labradorite, or has a labradorite, to represent her Season of the Seeker studies, her Greystone path studies. So this, at first you think it's just a gray stone, and then you see all the layers and deep layers of meaning in it. So this is something I also want to refer to with this stone. Such powerful. I also included, let's focus back, some clear crystal quartz here around. At the bottom here is also this one here. This is some crystal, kind of crystal I found in the Harz Mountains. It's an old piece actually, but I got it back from a little box I found with certain stones I collected in the Harz Mountains years ago actually. And I put it here on the back to make the circle full. And on top you see, I try to focus back now. On top you can also see other stones. So there's my carnelian, a bit for passion and fire for the new year. My my tourmaline, my black tourmaline, also for a bit for protection. And it's at the moment it's just my stone, and I had to put it in here. My rose quartz for self-loving and self-caring energy. Here on top you can see, I try to get it. This is a fine stone. Just the stone I found, not just any stone, it's quite a flat stone I found when I was on holidays in the Austria Alps, which is now, I guess, 3 or 4 years ago. And I came back with a lot of stones, and my poor boyfriend had to carry them all. And I have some of them, and I so like them. I don't know which kind of stone it is. Maybe, I don't know. Is this called granite? I don't know. I don't know if this is something like that. I'm not an expert, but I liked it because it's so flat and it's so glittery. What I'm also having here in the distance here is, now my dog wants to come. No, she just left again. This is a raw piece of labradorite, which I got from a medieval market. It was quite a cheap piece actually, and at first you really also think this is, and you saw it already, you think it's just a rock, and then you see this here. Isn't that amazing? This is such an amazing piece. But it has not so many. Here you can see it there. Yeah, and it's really, it's a powerful one. It's not so, it's just glittery, but it's a powerful stone. Also for creativity. Here my smoky quartz for, look at that, this is so amazing in the flames. This is my smoky quartz for grounding, getting back to earth, getting grounded again. And here we have my moss agate. You can't see, it's a deep green, and you can't see it at the moment. Deep green, but also with some layers of blue, these kind of layers you can see here, which are turning quite grayish here in the camera. This is for connecting to the to nature, even more to nature than I just I already did. So something like that. And yeah, the stones which you see here on the decks, I will share with you also. You have here, this is a quite amazing piece. This is also a piece I found in the Harz Mountains, in which I guess it was in the Harz Mountains. Yeah, I think it's really was from the Harz Mountains, and it's quite a while ago since I found this. I think I have it for quite some years now, and never, yeah, only occasionally looked at it. And then I looked at it when I got the Wild Unknown and said, this is the stone for the Wild Unknown. So a bit kind of an unknown stone for the Wild Unknown. So and it's so fitting for that. So kind of a quartzy crystal, I don't know. Here for the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, I got this is a dark piece of amethyst. Maybe you can see a bit of this colory thing here, but it's really a dark amethyst. And here again, this one you might know, this is my dark Morian. This is also dark smoky quartz, but this is called Morian, and I so love the name Morian. And on one of my last videos, I said I really want to get maybe a bigger piece or something like that, or a raw piece of Morian. Yeah, no, I will get one from dear Emily, because she has one. She wants to gift me, and I get a piece of a raw Morian within the next week. So I'm really excited about that, and I really like this stone, and it's also so fitting for the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. So I will use it for the season here. And on the top here we have the Green Witch Tarot. And I firstly had no stone for it. I searched in my collection, and this is, you can't see it properly because of the bad lighting. It's dark green, and I guess it's a darker kind of aventurine, I guess, because it has a lot of similarities between my lighter aventurines, only it's darker colored, so I guess it's one. And this is one of the pieces I got in an advent calendar last year, and where I was quite annoyed by the fact that the stones within each of the little doors hadn't descriptions on it. Just on the back of the calendar were some photos, and really bad photos, not the best quality. And a lot of stones were green or blue or something like that, and you weren't able to tell which is which. And I was really, really, really annoyed with that. And yeah. But nonetheless, the stones, some of the stones are really powerful, and I bathed them in river water, and charged them in the full moon. And so, yeah, they are quite good allies now. So, and here in the center, for the theme of the year, I have my Chrysalis Tarot and this amazing piece of tumbled natural citrine, clear citrine. And I so love this, and I thought this is so fitting for this kind of vibrant, not vibrant, but clear and shiny color. This kind of, yeah, I can't explain it really. It's a joyful stone to me. So this is fitting for that. So yeah, you can see here, yeah, my setup, and I will now shuffle the cards, and you will see how everything will look when it's spread out. So until in a couple of seconds. So, finally back there. Yeah. Actually, I needed some more moments to get acquainted to this spread outcome. Especially those three and also those three, I have to say. Yeah. Um, there's a saying in Germany, that something liegt schwer im Magen. Etwas, was schwer im Magen liegt. Something which is quite heavy in your tummy, to translate it 101. So, yeah. And I have to say, it's really, yeah. I thought when I started to take in the whole spread, especially the this half, I thought maybe a bit more of than I could chew. I don't know. Maybe not. The only thing I feel I have to sit very, very long with this. Especially, yeah, to get in touch with the so-called negative cards. Maybe I'm still too much of a beginner to see the positivity, maybe something like this in those cards. And maybe I'm not so much used to these kind of year ahead spreads. Maybe I'm still thinking a bit of this kind of fortune telling, or how we call it in Germany, Wahrsagerei. This kind of predicting the future. This is the term that I really mean. Sometimes these things like year ahead feels a bit to me. Maybe I have to get used to how these energies are interpreted in the month that are coming, and that it is not something which will happen exactly how you see it there. This otherwise it could be something like attracting it or something like this. I don't know the right term at the moment. There is a saying for this, but I'm blank at the moment. And I really needed a cup of calming tea at this point of the spread. This is a fine green tea called kukicha, which is a Korean tea. And I'm really I'm really needing a bit of calming green tea at the moment. Yeah, I feel that I have to sit long with this, especially with the down half, the this kind of turning. um, I'm quite pleased with the theme of the year, which is quite okay. It's still something which I like when it comes to comparing cards and themes for each deck, because sometimes you can get more kind of layers of meanings of a card, if that makes sense. So you can get new kinds of new kinds of versions, or new kinds of interpretations of a card. I'm really blank at the moment because a lot of things going on in my head at the moment. And these cards are also quite interesting, and also quite interesting and lovingly lovingly come out. This is amethyst, which stands for charity, for broaden awareness, for faith and forgiveness, which is a quite good transition card at this point, especially when it comes to coming out of shadow work, which is quite interesting thing here on the top. And I have to say, this was really funny. When I shuffled the Wild Unknown, two cards jumped out, and there's no about the two cards. This was the first, and this was the second in a row, I have to say. And shortly after that, this card jumped out. So this is a kind of a this deck has the same humor than this deck, my Messenger Oracle, which has really the same humor. And yeah, this was a charming little moment for me, I have to say. Yeah, as said, those are the cards for April, for May, which is nothing more than the Tower card and the Ten of Swords. Oh, sorry. Especially this one with the Morrigan is quite scary, I have to say. Yeah, but this one is also nice when this kind of transition card between those moments, which is Chrysopas. I have to focus here. Chrysopas with hope, with optimism, with socializing, with action plans and enjoying the moment. This is something which is quite fine, and I also think this works fine, especially in those months of maybe of challenging energies that are circling around in my environment. But I have also had to say these are also quite this looks like a much of turmoil or something like this. I have to say here we have the Nine of Swords for let's see, April, May, July. This July. This is August. The Nine of Wands for August, and the Five of Coins for September. So this is also, I don't know what to think about that. I have to sit along with this. And here as kind of transition energy, we have the Sunstone with heritage, with wealth, abundance, wisdom of the ancestors, and wise advice. So wise advice. This is something, yeah, these transitional energies are something which are giving me hope at the moment. And at the top, it's quite okay. At the top, we have the, sorry. At the top, we have the Wheel of the Year from the Green Witch Tarot, this one here, and the Three of Wands, and also the Queen of Athames, or Athames. And it's quite interesting to come from the Daughter of Swords, or in this case, let's see, the daughter was the Knight of Swords, to the Queen of Swords. So this is quite interesting. And here at the top we have Sodalite. So you could see this as a transition energy into the next year, maybe also a kind of starting transitional energy into this year. This is something I still have to find out. Let's focus here, please. So Sodalite with infinity, with self-awareness, with rebirth, death and rebirth, and profound insight. Maybe this is something which I will have next year, at the end of next year. Yeah. So, yeah, this is my year ahead spread. And because I was quite emotional overwhelmed, let's say, make it short. I drew a card from my Messenger Oracle to get some help and some nurturing mothery energy. And as always, this deck is so fantastic. I will make a deeper review of this. I only made an unboxing video before, but I will make a deeper kind of review of this deck, because it's a wonderful deck for me. This is always on, yeah, it always hits me, but with a gentle stroke, or with a gentle with kind of a gentle impact. I have to say it's always this tender energy which is coming from this deck. And the card I drew was this. Seek your answers within. And this is a card which I quite often draw from this deck. There are some cards I really didn't draw at all, I guess, and some cards really come quite often. This is one of them. And I love this because I guess maybe this is the kind of helping, overarching helping energy I can return to, especially because I love this is a black bear here, and I so relate the black bear energy with my tourmaline at the moment. So who knows? Maybe this is kind of a watcher, kind of a watchful guardian for me for 2016. Maybe we will see. Yeah, so yeah, this is my year ahead spread. Tell me what you think. Maybe you can help a tarot novice to calm her fears or something like that. or yeah, some kind of disturbed feelings, calming her disturbed feelings at the moment. Because, as I said, these here are quite, yeah, giving me a bit of goosebumps, I have to say. So, yeah. Nonetheless, it was quite an interesting experience. The whole setup, the things I did to prepare for this kind of spread. Maybe I will return to spreads with one deck only, but it was worth trying, and we will see what will come out of this. And nonetheless, I'm quite happy how this looks and how it turned out. Although there are some challenging things, but okay, let's face it, life is sometimes challenging, and maybe I will be armed and ready to get on with this and take it as it comes, and have the strength for it. So we will see. So I hope you are enjoying your year and ahead spreads, and have a lot of deep insights, and yeah, maybe share it with us, and tell what you think about your spreads, and yeah, and tell me what you think about this one here, about this scary tarot novice behind the camera. So about the scared tarot novice behind the camera. Yeah, sometimes I'm really lacking the right words. Sorry for that. So I wish you a fine start into the next year, or as we say in Germany, ich wünsche euch einen guten Rutsch ins neue Jahr. Which is a quite, before I stop this, which is a quite funny term, because this is the most misunderstood term in Germany ever, because we wish a guten Rutsch, which means something like a good slide. Rutsch means slide, and but it is a misunderstood word. It comes from the Jiddisch. I guess it's Jiddisch or Jiddic. I don't know. It's a Jiddisch term, which is in Jiddisch. It is called a git rosh. A git rosh means a good start into the new year. A good head. Rosh means head. So the head of the year. And this is nothing more than wishing a good start into the new year. But yeah, as you see, sometimes there are misunderstandings, and Rosh head means suddenly Rutsch or slide. So we are sliding into the next year here in Germany. So I wish you a good start into your 2016, and we will see us soon. Especially because there are some videos I still have to do, especially showing you how to make delicious butter and a crispy, gorgeous bread. So, until the next time, bye!